Hello party people, my name is Jake, as given by the channel name. So, I usually don't do talk videos like this, but it's something I've always wanted to do because I love watching talk videos. I'm a very self-conscious person, what better do I have to do with my time? So, the title of the video is I've never hit a goal that I've ever set in track before in like my entire running career, and I've been running since freshman year, and I just finished my trek season of junior year literally yesterday. So first, what do I mean when I didn't hit my goals? So like, for example, this season my goal was to go sub 5 in 1600, which unfortunately I didn't. My final time was a 5:05 yesterday. Still a great time though, but that was a big goal I had like going into the season, and when I didn't hit it, like, I felt a little bit like, I put on all that hard work and like I didn't get the goal, And more examples would be freshman year. I think I had the goal of going under 5:30, maybe something like that, and I didn't hit that. My PR was like a 5:40. Sophomore year of cross country, I trained really hard, I remember, and I tried to go sub 18:30 in the 5K, which was going to be a huge improvement from the year before. I didn't get it, which, I mean, I feel like looking back on that, it's like, yeah, it's a really unrealistic gap. And then the year after that, for cross country season, I was trying to hit that goal again, and I got to like a 19:10 in the 5K. So yeah, I didn't hit. So I usually set a goal before a season that I want to like basically hit, and unfortunately, like, I don't think I've ever really hit those goals. So that leaves me to interpret it in two ways. I can either be like, my life is a failure, I just fail, I'm never gonna get what I want, and that's what that symbolizes. Or two, God just really needs me to be patient and to learn like really crazy perseverance, which I like to think is that second option, because after the race, like, there was obviously like a little bit upset, like, then I didn't hit it, but like now today it's like, yeah, I didn't hit it, but like 5 seconds faster in a time isn't gonna get me a better job, isn't gonna make me get into a better college if I even want to go to college. That's still a debate that I'm trying to come up with. Like, running 5 seconds faster is not going to guarantee me a better place in my life. I mean, like, you're gonna go around like saying sub 5. If you go around saying like, oh, I hit sub 5 to like your friends, like, your friends are probably don't even know like what that really means. It's like, oh, is that like fast? And like, even if you told them like 5:30, they think that's probably fast. Your friends who aren't familiar with track, so it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Maybe some of your other track friends care what time you run, but like, if they care too much and like they're trying to like pressure you to like be fast, and like that's their problem, and you need better friends. So, I've always been, my whole like high school career, and I think just like my life in general, I've always been hard on myself, where I just like set really high standards, and when I don't hit those standards, I like associate that with my self-worth, and I think like, oh, like my life has no purpose, and like stuff like that, because if I'm not fulfilling that purpose I've set for myself that I'm trying to achieve, it's like what am I doing? Like, what's the point? It's like I try to like do something like significant, and like I just can't. So then, like, am I even significant at all because I haven't accomplished that significant thing that I'm trying to accomplish? I'm sorry. I think I'm really trying to emphasize like the idea of like what that really means, but yeah, I'll get better at these videos because I look up to other YouTubers who make good talk videos like this that are genuine and just like go in like one take. But the point is that just over time you start to learn to appreciate what you do have, and something I do appreciate, this season that I just ended on was the best season of track I think I've ever had. Team bond was so strong, and just like I I gained so many friends this track season. Like, and then just talked to the distance runners. Like, I talked to the sprinters, and like we just grew in such a great friendship. We all supported each other, and I just feel like that was just so awesome, you know. And like it didn't really feel like I needed like an adult to motivate me to run or to like push myself during a workout. It just felt like, you know, go all in, just to simply just go all in and just have fun with it. And you know, in terms of like me believing in myself and hitting times, that's another story. Maybe for next season I can say, oh, you just believe in yourself, anything's possible. But as of right now, what I have learned is like you just need to have fun with it, because as someone once said, you can't beat someone who's having fun. So that's something I've really learned this track season, and I just hope that I'm gonna put that towards my senior year. And I'm so excited for my senior year of running and where that's gonna take me. So going back to the main point in my video, where the title is I haven't hit any of my goals in track. No, I haven't hit any of my goals. I've never hit a goal I set for a season. What does that say about me? Doesn't really say anything. It just says, but it does say that I'm perseverant no matter if I had hit those goals or not, because I put in the effort. And I'm not a loser for not hitting those goals, because something that I truly believe, and it's from Little Miss Sunshine, is that a loser is someone who's just so afraid of not winning they don't even try. Which I always get those, sometimes during my races I always get those moments where I feel like I'm not going to PR. I know I'm not going to PR, and it's like, you know, why am I going all out and like pretty much dying to like at this time I'm like definitely not going to get at this point, you know? But I go all in anyway, because I remember that mindset, because you're only going to be a loser if you just give up and are you just too afraid to try it. Like, you can't be afraid. And me being afraid is something I also need to work on just with life, which, again, that's another story I hope I can tell maybe a year from now about facing fears. But in the meantime, this is something I'm just so happy that I've learned. And yeah, I'm making this video to any athletes or just anyone in general who sets high standards for themselves and doesn't get the results they want. I understand the fear, and just appreciate you over time when you just like really focus on like what you do have. It just like, as you start to have peace with like not hitting those goals, and you start to become proud of yourself that you even put in the work, because you being able to put in that work is gonna pay off someday in the future. And you know, like, I'm not perfect. Like, me making like videos like this is also not just for the audience that I'm trying to appeal to, but it's also for myself, so I can look back on, because there are things I'm also still going to be hard on myself on. Like, for example, I have my AP exams next week. I have my first AP exam, APUSH, on Friday, and I set high standards for myself where I want to get 5s on as many APs as possible. I'm taking 3, by the way, which I'm pretty cooked so far for laying and maybe seminar and a course exam. But you know, I still have that high standard where it's like, you know, if I don't get 5s and 4s on like all of them, then it's like, you know, I wasted the opportunity, and I'm gonna be hard on myself. So yeah, that's something I need to work on. So what I'm gonna tell myself is that the worst case scenario, you failed all the exams, you don't have to submit your score. You don't have to submit your score. And most likely colleges aren't gonna like reject you because, okay, maybe they do depending on the level of the college, but who needs college anyway in this world? Yeah, who needs college anyway, you know? I mean, just as like, everyone has a certain skill. That could be like a physical skill, like musical talent, running, or public speaking, like being able to have the bravery to make videos like this. Or it can even just like being like a deep thinker. Like, if you think, oh, all I do is overthink, like there's so much you can actually do. Like, I've seen, like, I haven't watched the actual videos, but there's videos on like how people who overthink a lot, they use that to their advantage. They're deep thinker. They turn that into deep thinking, and like they contribute just a lot to the world. So yeah, I'm gonna be totally fine, and I'm gonna live. There's a chance I'm like probably gonna have a happier life than the people who maybe get 5s, or I think that run faster times than me. You know, and it's like, even if you get all those scores, you're always gonna want something more. So it's like, when are you like really satisfied? I mean, it would be cool in the moment because I still have some self-esteem for when I got a 5 on my AP World exam last year, but like, that just doesn't last forever, because like then you just move on to the next thing where it's like, okay, now I need to get as many 5s as possible on these 3 exams. And it's like, it never stops. So you gotta find some self-satisfaction, and you know, just draw the line. And I wish I could end this on like a banger hook, but I think I made my point clear. Maybe I got away with the point with getting into AP exams a bit, but yeah, making these videos not just for you guys, but for myself. So thank you for watching, and konnichiwa.